Welcome back to the premiere of
The Spot.
The Place to Be here at UTRGV's Vaquero Radio.
That's right. Or you can listen online also at UTRGV Vaquero Radio.
You mean UTRGVradio.com?
That's what I said. Isn't that what I said? Isn't that what I said?
Yes, it is what you said.
Thank you. Also, I would like to mention that we are not only limited to UTRGV, you can listen to us on the go, much like a drive-through, except you can't purchase us. That'd be strange.
That'd be very strange.
That'd be very strange. You know what I've thought about purchasing recently?
What?
So I saw this Iron Man costume.
Uh-huh.
It's $300. I thought about it. I didn't do it though, but I was seriously thinking about it.
Wow. Imagine, does it like fly or does it actually shoot repulsor blasts?
No, it just looks cool.
Oh, it would have been a great Halloween
looks
costume.
Cool. No, but it's really cool to just like place and look at, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a Captain America shield, and that's it because that's all I could afford. But I plan on growing more to show, like, if anybody ever, like, if I ever, like, had friends and they decided to come to my house, I could be like, look at my collection.
Wait, you said you plan on growing more. What does that mean?
I grow more of what I own. I grow more of my things.
What
I
are you saying?
I plan to just get more.
Like what?
Like more items, more collectibles, more toys.
Why didn't you just say it like that?
Because you were supposed to understand the first time I said it.
No, because you're like I can't wait to grow more. Like if it's like I'm
To
trying
grow my collection.
No, it's like you're trying to grow into a costume.
Why would I need? I am a grown woman.
Exactly why I was confused.
I'm not growing anymore. I think the height that I'm at right now is like kind of what I'm stuck with.
Sadly.
Sadly.
I mean, it's actually not a bad height. You're like what, 5'11"?
Okay. First of all, you're so dramatic. Take it down a notch. I am like 5'4". But the thing is, like, I was super tall as a 5th grader, so everybody wanted me on the track team because they thought I was athletically inclined. And they, those poor things. Yeah, like it was really hard for them to like come to the realization that like I can't do anything.
Oh no.
No, I tried playing basketball, but then I slipped and I broke my pinky, and I decided that it was a no-go.
But how'd you break your pinky?
Because I slipped.
So you slipped and you landed on your hand?
I landed on my pinky. But just my pinky, so now my pinky's all messed up.
Which one is it?
I don't know, one of those. It's one of the two.
One of the two. Yeah, I mean, I would remember which hand it would be.
I wouldn't. And then I tried playing soccer, and that didn't go well because I was really bad at it. And they put me as goalie. I don't know how to play. I've only watched it. And so I just started to fake an injury so that way they would take me out of the game. And you would think that my parents would be like super supportive, right? Like, oh, my daughter, she's hurt. My dad yelled out "faker" from the stadium, and here we are like 10 years later, and it hasn't like left. The man still calls me a faker. It's upsetting.
All right, Dad.
All right, Dad. Yep. The only man I can count on is my father.
Yep, only man that sees right through. Literally.
If anybody was gonna call me out on it, it would be that man. So yeah, he just like was screaming "faker," and I was like trying so hard to look like I was in pain. I was like looking like, I'm gonna throw up. Please, is that Jesus? Is that you? And then my dad just like, "Faker."
That one person, like, get this guy out of here.
Yeah, they're like, hey, get this guy out. So it was, it's upsetting, but what are you gonna do about it?
What do you mean? What am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do about it? It's just how things are.
Yeah, it's like, what's it called? What's that saying? It's the chocolate you got from your box,
I have never
know what you're gonna get.
Never in my life heard that before. Please elaborate. What does that mean?
Don't you remember in Forrest Gump where he's like, life's like a box of chocolates?
Oh,
you never know what you're gonna get. That's why I was like, it's like that one chocolate in your box.
I've never seen Forrest Gump.
What?
I've never seen Forrest Gump.
This is like saying I've never heard the Pledge of Allegiance here in like.
But the thing is, like, the thing about the Pledge of Allegiance is that I'm forced to listen to it.
Yeah, in Forrest Gump, I was like forced to watch it.
I was not forced to watch that. What I was forced to watch was, oh my gosh, where do I begin? 10 Things I Hate About You, mainly because that was like one of the only movies we owned. Hitch with Will Smith. Also, one of the only movies I owned. I think Dodgeball. I just remember like Justin Long getting hit in the face with like a screwdriver and a wrench, and I was thinking this is the pinnacle of comedy.
Oh my gosh. So you didn't have like SpongeBob in your life to
No,
like
I mean,
show
yeah,
you
I had
what's
SpongeBob.
funny.
Oh, so that's like
I mean,
where.
SpongeBob's pretty funny. Like OG SpongeBob was hilarious.
I mean, I guess, but like those are cartoons that you watched voluntarily as a kid. I mean, movies that I was forced to watch.
Yeah. So like, what did you watch in school?
What did I watch? Osmosis Jones.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like that
Osmosis
scene with the
Jones.
pimple where it
No, that
pops?
grossed me out so hard. It was
It's the
disgusting.
best scene.
It was so gross. Yeah. What else was I forced to watch? Oh, The Goonies.
Of course. What about what's that? The Patriot.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh my gosh.
The Patriot.
We went to two completely different schools then.
That's not true. My school was not the best.
Mhm.
It wasn't the greatest, but you know what? We had heart. We had a good spirit. We had heart and soul.
That's like.
And that's like asking. Why are you laughing at me?
That's like the one principal is like, you guys have a terrible bunch. Like, we can't do anything in this school. It's like, you know what? We have plenty of
Heart.
heart.
We have heart and soul. That's like asking. I hate this, but it's like asking, like, "Hey, is she pretty?" It's like, well, she's got a great personality. So that's what we had. We didn't have a lot of money, or good grades, or just like overall academic goodness, but we had heart and soul.
How does that work then? If you're saying you have a heart there's a lot of heart in your school, but people
Oh,
aren't
there's
doing
not heart.
good.
No, there's not heart in the school. There's heart in the individuals.
Oh, so like every school.
No, no, cause like, so I went to two different elementaries. I went to like an elementary that's not like exactly like high status, and then I went to an elementary that is like high status. And in one of like the difference in the two was that in one of them I was given homework, and in the other one I was given rewards and treats. So.
Yeah. Wait, I'm assuming this one's on like the high-end school where you get the.
Oh my
treats.
gosh, yeah. I was at Rayburn Elementary, and my teacher would be like, if you do a good job, you can sit in the teacher's seat. I was like, whoa. All I ever got at the old school was like yelled at. And that's because my mom was a teacher there. And they still yelled at me, and they would like send me to her room and be like, hey, I know where your mom is. And I'm like, yeah, so do I.
She's across the hall.
She's right across the hall. What do you want me to do?
I was gonna say? That's so funny. So like, I could just imagine little Gina sitting in a teacher's like chair. That's like
I wasn't little.
so much
I was
street
tall.
cred.
I was very tall.
What do you mean? Oh yeah.
I was an abnormally tall child.
Yeah, you are 5'11" after all.
I am. It's whenever I wear heels, I kind of poke through the roof. You have to like elevate the roof in order for me to go through it. That's
It's
That's
so
how high heels
that's
work
a
for
weird
me.
definition to describe the term raise the roof. But
Raise
okay.
that's how I raise the roof. I just put on my trusty mighty tacones and I walk into a room and hopefully Jesus himself will lift the roof for me.
Nice.
Yeah, you know how one of the holy dudes parted the Red Sea? Well, I am
You
raising the
mean-
roof.
You mean Moses?
Oh yeah.
One of the holy dudes.
I was gonna say Joseph, but I'm like, that doesn't sound right. It's Moses, Joseph, and Osmosis. Because I'm still thinking of Osmosis Jones.
Osmosis Jones split the sea.
No,
So
no,
people.
Moses split the Red Sea.
I know, but I'm just saying because you're like, oh.
Did
I'm
Moses
saying,
have the cane and like said open, right?
I don't think he said open.
So then what did he say?
I don't know.
What did he say?
I don't
What
think,
else would he
I
have
don't
said?
think he was there saying like open sesame and then just like.
Well, obviously he wouldn't say open sesame because he's not a magician. I'm just saying, what do you think in the time of crisis he said?
I think he just used his hands and didn't say
No,
anything.
he had a cane.
We will go continue this after our music break.
Ah.
We're going to be playing Arcadia by Hardwell, and we will be right back.
It's a cane.
And we're back. Gina,
Yeah.
I got something to tell you.
Oh, I don't want to
So
hear
when
this.
I saw you like going up the studio to the studio.
Like up the
earlier?
stairs.
Yeah.
Did you see me struggling and panting?
No,
That
this is
typically
what
happens
came
with-
to my mind.
Oh,
So this is what I thought.
okay. What do you
Oh.
think?
So you're approaching me.
Oh, oh.
I thought you
heck
were
yeah.
like referencing. I thought you would have been like more hyped. I'm getting into JoJo's.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, get out of here. You gave me like a whole lecture in my house about JoJo's, how it's this amazing thing. Oh, Hector, I could do the poses from JoJo's and like all this stuff. You need to watch it. I thought I was going to get more excitement. I was like, yeah.
Oh, no, it was really good. It's just,
No,
it's just,
get
it
out
was,
of here.
you know, you build it up to be like this like super awesome joke that you had.
I wasn't trying to build up a joke. I was just saying I'm watching JoJo's now.
You were telling me, Gina, I have this awesome thing to tell you.
It is. I
That's
think
totally
it's great.
gonna get you all riled up, and you're gonna like love it.
Yeah, it's JoJo's. What's wrong with JoJo's?
Nothing's wrong with JoJo's.
Thought you'd be more excited
I'm
because I remember
I'm
you
so
made
excited.
I thought you made such a big deal the other day about JoJo's.
Since we at this time we probably have at least 1,000 people listening to us.
Yeah, and they're all mad at you.
I doubt all of them know what JoJo's is.
No, they're all mad at you.
It's
They're
an
like,
anime. Just
Of course.
it's an anime.
It's an anime, and they're mad at you because everyone probably popped off when they heard
Oh
me.
man, I'm so sorry to
reference
my billions of beloved fans, and by beloved like millions, I mean just like my Thea and my dad. I mean, hey, crew from the beginning, right?
Much of you like you thought this was Gina, but it's actually Dio.
It's actually that's so. Who was I? Dio.
You see?
Oh man, no. But speaking of anime, there's actually the anime fiesta
Fiesta's
this
happening
weekend.
this
Yeah.
weekend. Starts tomorrow.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh man.
The pre-sale tickets, they stopped selling those yesterday.
Dang, my cousin, she's like 13. She's like super into anime. She's got all the cosplay and stuff. She has a panel for the anime fest, which is so freaking cool. I'm actually super jealous. I'm not going because I am what capitalists like to call poor.
Ah.
So
Okay.
so I cannot afford to go because I am going to Disney World in 2 weeks for my birthday.
No, that's exciting.
I'm going by myself. I've never been on a plane before, but I was like, hey, you know what I should do? Go on a plane
By yourself.
by myself.
You're gonna be holding the hand of some random person.
That's
'cause
not true.
Once
I
you
got
start
a-
going up and stuff, yeah, you're gonna.
I got a seat like by myself next to the window.
Oh, that's
So
terrifying.
as soon as we lift up, I'm gonna like look out the window and be like,
No.
I'm like 95% sure if I jumped, I could survive.
No, you're
'Cause
gonna.
I'm built different.
You definitely are built different, but.
Okay, first of all, rude. We're not gonna get into that.
One, you're 5'11". What are you talking about?
Okay, first of all, I am 5'4". Second, the thing about being a semi-compact person is that I truly do believe that if I had to jump off a plane, I would survive.
What makes you say that? Because you're gonna roll on impact, so the.
No, it's just that the body that God has given me just tells me instinctually that I could survive if someone tried to mug me, if I was covered in honey and a bear was like, honey, and ran up to me. I would also survive a plane crash. I would have survived the Titanic and lived to tell the tale. That's how differently I am built.
To be fair, I want to hear more about this bear and honey situation. Like, is Winnie Pooh gonna come after you? Is that
No,
what
I
you're thinking?
don't mean Winnie Pooh. I mean
So-
he's a humble and a sweet bear. He just baller.
He's just
Like,
misunderstood.
No, Eeyore is misunderstood.
Oh,
if we're
for
gonna talk
sure.
about anybody that's misunderstood, it's gonna be Eeyore,
I think it's also the rabbit.
the rabbit.
I'm not trying to remember his
No,
name. Yeah, because
the-
he would always get annoyed because they'd mess with his garden.
Yeah, but that's his fault for
It's like
being like
s-
stingy. You
No,
know?
that's like Squidward with like SpongeBob and all that too. He's the most normal person in that like whole show.
Okay, but if we're talking about a sponge, a squid, and a star, I don't really expect common sense to be like in the play.
In the play, so now SpongeBob's a theater.
Yes,
Nice.
I mean.
Would you watch that?
The world, Hector,
Would you watch
is
that?
my oyster.
Would you
mean,
watch
there's-
that? If there was a SpongeBob like theater.
I got one better for you. There is a Shrek Broadway.
I know about this. Yeah.
And it's a musical.
I know, it's crazy.
So if
He-
they can make Shrek into a musical and he's an ogre, I'm pretty sure they can do. You know what? I think they do have a live performance of SpongeBob. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. Would you watch it?
I mean, like against my will, sure, but
Against your will. What about, okay, so for the Shrek musical, like what? Does Shrek sing like Rockstar or what in the opening credits? Is that him?
I don't know. I think it's the pirate or what's his name? Oh, Patchy the pirate, right? That's his name?
Right, this is Shrek. I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I thought you were talking about SpongeBob.
I said Shrek. In the beginning of Shrek, does he sing the rock star for the opening of the
You know what?
the
I
actual
have
music?
never seen it. I don't think I'm going to see it. But if I did, I'm pretty sure that's how it would start. And if it didn't, I would ask for my money back. No, scratch
Even
that.
if I went for free, I'd want my money back.
I would not ask. I would demand. I would demand for my money back if it did not absolutely break out into like rock hard theater like the second it opened.
I wonder how they would do the dragon.
The dragon.
Yeah, she's like an important part of the whole story.
You took a theater class with me. All it takes is a little paper mache imagination and like 3/4 of a prayer. Not even the full prayer, just like 3/4 of it.
You
don't
see, even you don't know how to do the dragon. You're like,
You don't even have to-
we pray about it and hopefully people understand.
You don't even
it's
have to
the
get
dragon.
to the. You don't even have to get to the amen part. Just
Oh
like
my
halfway
God.
through, and then call it a quits, and then God's gonna be like, "All right, I present to you dragon." I mean, that's what they did in like Game of Thrones, right? She got
No.
3 of them. She didn't get one. She got 3. She got 3 whole dragons.
I think those are CG dragons, and that's that's like a TV series with a movie budget. Gina talking about a musical theater about Shrek.
Okay, so what I am sensing from you is hostility, and I don't need that energy right now. Okay?
Hostility. I'm just being realistic. What are you talking about?
Oh, you want to talk about being realistic?
Sure. What do you got to say about realism?
Dragons. Okay. So for the theater, it's easy to make a dragon, you know, because like really, it just takes paper, a mold if you have one, that would be useful.
Okay.
You can like mold your dog, but like
But
just to get like the sculpture.
But don't you want it to be like huge? And don't they like ride the dragon into Farquaad's castle?
Yeah, but it's all about like perception. So if you put the dragon so far away from the audience that they can't see the full thing, and then you just put like a little silhouette of your body on top of the dragon and you fly off, they're gonna think you're flying on this magical dragon when in reality it's just like a little mold of a chihuahua, and you just like present yourself on top of it. You know what that's called, Hector? Look me in the eyes. Optical illusion.
You sound like a magician, and I hate it.
Am I?
You're like, this is how I'm gonna turn your girlfriend into a tiger.
Why
And
would you
it's-
want to turn your girlfriend into
No,
a tiger?
it's like that stuff. Like, you know how
That's so weird.
No, listen. Okay, so you know when you go to like the magic shows and like,
I've
we need
never
a
been to the
guest?
magic show. First of all, I'm not lame enough to go.
Okay, that's not true. You definitely will go to one. I would expect to see you front row. Second,
Front row.
yeah, I feel like you'd be one of those.
I probably would. Be like, anybody want to participate? Me,
Yeah, that's
me.
why. That's
I'd have
why.
the have you seen the George Lopez show?
Oh,
The ooh shoulder.
Yeah, the
ooh,
ooh shoulder.
ooh, ooh.
That's what I meant when I said, yeah, I'm gonna make your girlfriend disappear, because that's something that they say that I guess, like, oh, are you two together? How long have you been together?
Okay, but
Is
you
it,
didn't
like,
say
setting
that.
it
You
up?
said turn her into like a lion or a dragon or a tiger.
Yeah, because they do that stuff too. It's like it's a practical illusion. I heard that from
never
somewhere.
in my life seen a magician offer to turn your significant other into a mythical creature.
You never. I said tiger.
You said
Tigers
dragon.
are real.
You said dragon.
I
Didn't
said
you?
tiger.
Oh, what's the difference? What is a tiger if not just a boneless dragon?
No. There's biologists right now that are like, what is she talking about?
For all you biology people listening, I know the anatomy of a dragon. It's just a big lizard.
With wings.
But lizards have wings.
No, no, they don't.
Yeah, they do. There's some flying lizards.
Okay.
There's
So
flying lizards, there's flying cockroaches, there's flying ants. It's only a matter of time before there's like flying taquaches. I feel like they are going to evolve so deeply that they will sprout wings and fly into different trash cans.
that is
However they choose and please to.
That is a weird way to end this segment of the talking point of our show. We're going to be playing Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Spot.
Hector and Gina. Welcome back, guys. I have an embarrassing story to tell. Hector, would you like to hear it?
Sure.
It's not like you have a choice because I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
So last night I stayed up until like 4 a.m. writing my philosophy paper, right? And I was so like delusional that I was thinking, oh my gosh, what if our 5 listeners don't like our taste in music? And so you know what I thought the healthy alternative would be? To make my own music and then just play my own music. Like a SoundCloud rapper.
What are you on?
I was
What are you talking about?
I thought the best option to
Uh-huh.
avoid like hatred of my taste in music would be to create my own music
Okay.
and then play my songs for the people listening.
And
But in retrospect, I realized that is actually a lot worse.
can I hear one of these songs?
No,
Why not?
I don't know what they are.
What are you
I
talking
did-
about?
I
You
did
don't
come up
start
with-
off by saying I wrote music to play in the show,
No, I
not
said-
to have one ready.
I said I thought
Okay,
about
so what
it.
was the thought?
The thought was.
What's the song about?
My song is gonna be about Lysol.
Lysol.
Yeah, disinfect to protect.
Interesting.
That's you see, as an
Is it like a
HEB
Windex commercial?
No,
like, are you
it's
trying
a
to
song.
like
It's a.
are you
it's
trying to like target the birds or something?
No, what I'm trying to target is okay. So my targeted audience is like 25 to 35-year-old women who like
Okay.
cleaning houses,
Okay.
or just anybody who likes cleaning houses.
So like if you're like 18 and living by yourself, this is Gina's music's
this is not
for
the
you.
song for you. But then,
Even though you
okay.
need to clean.
So I didn't think about what I would sing about. I thought about what my rapper name would be.
Okay.
But so I was going along the lines of my idols, like Hannah Montana.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Or like other names like that, you know, because they rhyme. And then in this episode of Hannah Montana, her brother becomes the big star, and his name was Bucky Kentucky. So I was like, man, that is genius.
that is actually genius.
But the thing is, like, I couldn't think of anything that rhymes with Gina. I was like, all right, we got Gina Bobina, we got Gina Weena, we got Gina the Giraffe. And I was like, all of these options are terrible. And so,
Actually, like the first one. But go on.
Gina Bobina?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's right. So just like, chicka, 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 Gina Bobina on the mic. What? And then, like, the crowd goes crazy and they, like,
Yeah.
they throw hundreds at me. Not
Yeah.
once, hundreds.
The crowd can be the stuffed animals with the little
Okay, well,
boxes on them, and we
my
just press
stuffed
them at the
animals-
same time.
my stuffed animals do not have hundreds to throw. They don't even have quarters to throw.
They don't even have arms to
They
throw.
don't even have the arms to throw. So yeah, so like to end this, like my rapper career, it did not end well. So
I
it
mean-
started at 4 a.m. and then ended as I was walking to my philosophy class at 8 a.m.
Oh my gosh, you didn't sleep?
Oh, that's not true. I did close my eyes.
No, that's like saying, oh yeah, I blinked.
That's what I did essentially.
No.
Yeah, I had to set 6 alarms and
Uh-huh.
I snoozed every single one. But I had to think to myself, if Aristotle were to see me right now,
Oh my gosh.
would he be disappointed? And
Aristotle.
because that's what my paper was on. It was on
Yeah.
Aristotle. So I was like, if Aristotle right now were to look down on me and see me just like canceling these alarms, would he be proud of the woman I am? And then my mind was like, no, he wouldn't. And neither would Socrates. So then I was like, all right. So I got out of bed and now I'm here.
But don't you think, therefore you are?
No, I think nothing. No
Uh.
thoughts ever in this brain of mine.
What are you talking about? Last night you were like, so I thought all these things about a music
Okay,
career.
but did any of them come to life?
Yeah, but that
No.
means you exist.
I exist, but for what?
That's a question you need to answer. Yeah,
Sorry,
I can't answer
I'm
that
in
for
I'm in
you.
the mind of like my philosophy still.
Oh, you want mind of the philosophy
Not
stuff?
really, no, because then that would require me to think.
That's true.
And this show,
I-
if you are listening to the show for the sole purpose of insightfulness and for gaining knowledge, I promise you, you are in the wrong place.
Yes.
If you want a place to lose maybe 1 brain cell, maybe 2, but actually have a fun time, my buddy Hector and I, we got you.
We got you covered.
We got you covered.
We got you covered in spades.
In spades. So if you want some mathematician to tell you how to subtract and add, you
We
came
can-
to the wrong place, buddy, because I failed math.
Oh yeah,
3
I
times.
think they came to the right place to subtract boredom and add fun into their lives.
Wow, that was so cool. that was really bad. If we weren't on the air, I'd bully you so hard. But I don't encourage bullies. I don't condone.
She lies.
Bullying
I
is
s-
bad, children.
I saw her swirling somebody in the toilet once.
Swirling somebody in the toilet.
It was bad.
I know you're trying to make that sound like a bad thing, but my dad is listening, and he'd probably give me a high five for being so cool. So you want
That's what that means
you
now.
want to come at me again?
That's what that means now.
He'd be like, "Yep, that's my Mika," and then just like with the little foam fingers. Number 1.
He's like, I taught her that.
That's my. So
He's
speaking-
like, I used to do that to her.
Oh my God, so, like,
I'm kidding.
Speaking of crime and violence, which is also nothing I am like fully endorsing. When I
Uh-huh.
was in Florida, I watched a Wendy's get robbed from the drive-through. I was like, I had a super long day of
How
work.
do you rob someone from the drive-thru?
Well, if you let me finish.
Sorry, it's just a question that came to
So-
mind.
So I had finished a shift at Hollywood Studios, and I
Okay.
was super, super hungry. So we had a Wendy's near our apartment complex. And, you know, I was there in the drive-thru, and I was like, I'm really craving a Baconator right now. And then, like, I looked behind me, and everybody and their mothers ran out of this Wendy's, including the manager. And, like, the side door of the Wendy's was right next to where I was in line in the drive-thru, right? And I looked at him like, dude, what happened? And just, like, with this face of sorrow was like, we got robbed again. I was like, oh, again? And I was like, all right, I'm sorry, but, you know, can I still go get my Baconator? Like, can I wait in line? He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I pull around. I got my Baconator, in case you're wondering.
Okay.
And I saw this man in the nude with all of these fries and burgers around him because the cops had caught him.
Rip.
So the moral of the story is, if you are going to rob a Wendy's, please be fully clothed. Please make sure you don't get caught, and just don't do it.
Why are you...
Just don't do it.
One, you started off so interesting by saying I saw Wendy's get robbed through the drive-thru.
I said from the drive-thru,
drive-thru,
because
so-
I was in the
Yeah,
drive-thru
yeah,
where
yeah.
I
So
watched
I was
it get
interpreting
robbed.
it as like you... the person was at the drive-thru robbing them through, and I'm like, how do you do that?
How does that even work? Do you
It
just...
doesn't. That's
I
why I
mean-
was so intrigued.
But I mean, I
Makes
could
no
work if
sense.
you like pull up to the drive-thru and you're like,
And
hey,
you're just reaching in? Like, what?
what is that? A large drink? Give me that. Give me that for
You're like,
free.
you got your little legs coming out the window because you're everything else is stood
I mean,
there.
I've never thought about robbing through a drive-thru because that's just where is that going to lead you?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
It's
not
like
gonna lead
robbing
you
in
anywhere.
general. That's why you don't do it.
That's right, kids. We don't rob and we don't steal.
Put that pen down, Gina.
Because those are bad things.
Why'd you pick it up again?
I did not.
She's lying. I saw it with my own eyes.
I'm not lying because lying's a sin. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
That explains it.
That's.
That explains the smoke.
I feel like that's how they need to like explain lying to children, that they're gonna set on fire if they lie.
And then that they forgot to kiss their mother.
I've never heard that one, but I've heard that if you step
Are
on
you serious?
I heard that if you step
That's
on
how,
a
that's
crack.
how it goes.
No, it's if you
like-
step on a
it's
crack,
like,
you break
liar,
your mama's
liar,
back.
pants on fire. You forgot to kiss your mother.
That doesn't even rhyme.
It
Hector.
doesn't, but that's how it was.
That doesn't even rhyme.
It's
That's
like
there's
it's like
someone in
you-
the back shaking their head because they know you're wrong and they
That's
agree
exactly
with me.
how it is. What are you guys talking about?
When there's a room
That's
full, there's
exactly-
like there's 4 people in this room right now,
And
and
half-
neither one of them agrees with you.
This one's on my side. He knows.
Okay,
So
well,
it's literally a civil war's happening.
okay, it is not a civil war, and if it is, I am not in the South.
This is like Captain America versus Iron Man.
Ooh, what team would you be on?
If I was in that situation,
I would be with Captain
I'd
America.
be with Iron Man.
Wha- Oh my gosh!
It just makes sense.
No, I would be with Captain America because one, he has Bucky.
What does that mean?
I
It's-
love Bucky.
Oh, sorry, dude. He just has a metal arm, dude.
That's it's okay. It's Sebastian Stan, but still. So I think Captain America was in the right though.
I think both of them were in the right.
But the thing
In
is,
the
I
wrong
feel,
way at
I
the
feel
same
I feel
time.
like Iron Man was more in the wrong than he was in the right. So that's why I'm going for
To
Cap.
be fair, his hands were tied.
His hands were not tied. His hands were free and in a metal suit of armor.
No, they were literally tied, like metaphorically, of course.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, in a suit of armor. What a metaphor! That's actually super deep.
Oh,
His
we're not going into
He's
this.
like his hands weren't tied, but he was in a suit of armor.
He
So he
is-
was in
no, he
protection because he
wasn't.
was vulnerable
Yes.
in the
Oh,
inside, and he
dear
put
Lord.
put his inner self inside a suit of armor to make sure no one can hurt him.
I mean,
because he
I
was
guess,
that
but okay,
vulnerable.
but if we think back to Iron Man 2, that is, or I think Iron Man 3, that's what caused the most pain. Was all of these suits, because all of his suits just like went flying at him, and they were attacking him, and they were attacking his lady.
Actually, what caused him the most pain was his anxiety about space.
Oh my gosh, no. So speaking
Oh, we saw
of
two completely different Iron Man.
two
3.
completely different Iron Mans, that's fine. But in terms of Captain America Civil War, do you think that was actually a Captain America film or do you think that was an Avengers
I
film?
think it's a Captain America film.
I think it was an Avengers film.
I think
Hector,
it's
we
a
are never
Captain
going to
America.
agree on anything. That's fine.
What are you talking about? It's literally Captain America.
It says Captain America in the title.
And he's right
it was
because
not.
it's his movie.
No, it was an Avengers film because when did we ever solely focus on Steve Rogers the same way we did in the first?
All the other, almost the whole time. You focused on Iron Man a bit, but then you also focused on Captain America most.
No.
He even comes out victorious in the end because he saves everybody from the prison.
Dude.
Spoilers, by the way.
Oh my gosh, no way. It's an Avengers film. It's the entire Avengers fighting each other. Okay? It's not a strictly Captain America film the same way.
Because all the Avengers were in the climax, right?
The same way
Because all the Avengers were in the climax in the final battle.
Thor had 3 movies dedicated just to him. Captain America did not get any of that.
It's like you need to understand what they were trying to do.
No, you need to understand me.
No,
okay?
Because you're in the comic books, they do that like all the time. You'll have like the Fantastic Four, and then like the X-Men and Avengers show up in an issue. That's not it's not like a all 3 of them issue. It's still a Fantastic Four story.
But what I'm talking about specifically is the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But the MCU,
okay.
you got to go into the source material too to see how they do things. If you're gonna
okay, but
they're following
overall,
the comic book
oh
format.
my gosh, even the poster for Civil War was every single Avenger.
And no,
they were facing each other.
Yeah, but you know who was in the center?
Who? Steve Rogers and Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Oh, Steve Rogers and Iron Man. I didn't know this was a Captain America and Iron Man movie.
No, it's a Captain America movie.
Well, then why is Iron Man equally as big?
Because he's the antagonist of the film.
No, sir.
Yes, he is.
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 Mm-mm.
And we're going to end the spots episode 1 with this undecided debate. What do you guys think? If you guys can send us maybe like a comment or something, or
you
like
can also
Vaquero
text
Radio,
us since most of you are family, and we'll let us know directly.
or you can just put it in the Radio FX app. There's a chat option there. You can put who do you think is right,
me or
and
him.
who do you think is wrong, or if we're both wrong and we just need to get a life, then that's a great advice as well.
Have a nice day.
But yeah, have an amazing week. We'll see you next week at the same time.
On the spot.
And that was The Spot here at Vaquero Radio. This is Hector and Gina.
And Gina.
And Gina.
And Gina.
And Gina. There's like 5 Ginas in here.
No, there's just one. I'm just emphasizing that it's me.
No, I think there's 5 of you.
Okay, well,
I'm
that's something
clearly
we can
seeing
talk about
that.
later.
But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed our show, we will be live every Thursday at 1 p.m. So please check us out. Let us know. Interact with us in the Radio FX app. And yeah, let us know who was right in this whole MCU debate.
My dad already texted me. He said I was right.
Yeah, but he's your dad. Of course he's going to side with you.
That's not true.
All right, see you guys later. Take care, vaqueros.